Good afternoon, lads. What is going on? Welcome to day 7 of the Christmas streams. Today we're going to be gallery reviewing 10 non-members. Normally the gallery reviews on a month-to-month basis are for members, and they still will be. But today we're going to be reviewing 10 galleries that have been submitted to me on Twitter. So I put out a tweet yesterday, I believe, asking, if you do want a gallery review, get your information in the comments. I state, what I'm looking for here, and then just a quick little retweet, and I'll be picking 10 to go through in this video, in this stream, sorry, to try and help, as far as their Sorare journeys and stuff. So I'm excited for it. Should be fun. The gallery reviews for the members will be at the end of this month. So don't worry, members, you'll be getting your gallery reviews as well. I was just about to change our sub goal, because, lads, yesterday was an unbelievable day for the members. What's that month? 2024. We managed, we're basically 96.67% of the way there to our goal, thanks to the kind generosity that was given out by you guys yesterday. Massive thanks for that. The goal's 150 subs by the end of the end of the 12 days, and we're very close. We're 5 away. So it's been fun. I did not expect to be that close to the goal, like 4 or 5 days out. So appreciate that a lot. I really, really do. Just catching up on the chat there. Alex, what's going on, mate? Dean, Norwegian goalkeeper, D1. Stephen, what's happening, mate? Costas, Lil King, Jar, what's going on, mate? Mohammed, Otto, AMAC, LFC. Mikey, what's going on, mate? I'm well, thank you, mate. Hope you're equally as well, maybe even better. Hope you're well, Mike. Tom, what's going on, pal? So, like I said yesterday, I mentioned there's quite a few of us watching over on Twitch as well, which is great because, like I said, I am working my way up the Twitch ranks. So, if you want to watch over on Twitch, I'm more than happy for you to do that, like instead of YouTube, if you have both, because it does help my numbers over on Twitch, because, I'm seriously lacking over there. Tuggy, what's going on, mate? Nicholas, Dobbsy, big up the Twitch. I appreciate all the Twitch watchers, because, like I said, I'm trying to grow that side of things. And I think the last thing I need to do now is increase my average viewers per, I don't know how it works, but basically I need to increase it to 3 basically, and it's at 1.5 or something right now. So if you're on YouTube and you like watching on Twitch, make the switch for me, because it does actually really help. Diaz TFT, hello mate, how much do you use the pick scores as you decide a lineup? Do you prioritize other things at times? If so, what are they? Good question. Great question. Mike just followed us on Twitch. Love that, Mike. Appreciate you going over to Twitch. Good question, TFT. I do use pick scores. I'm not going to say I completely disregard pick scores. I do use it. I would never say I don't use it, but I don't use it as gospel, if that makes sense. Or I don't look at it as gospel. After you've played this game for a little while, you'll kind of come to know what a AAA matchup is without it really even showing you a lot of the time. I could have told you that, I could have if someone said to me, Tom Bershoff this weekend, what's Sorare Data going to think about that matchup at home to Gladbach? I'd probably say AAA. In his form, in his home form, as you can see, 95, 100, 90, 88. I know he got a 45 2 games ago, but that's Sorare Data goes, okay, well, he's scored that high in the last X amount of home games. They're playing at home against Gladbach. They can see quite a few goals. Chances are that's probably going to be a AAA. I'm just kind of, semi-explaining how the pick score kind of gets formulated. There's other things that go into it, like scoring history, form, if he's projected to start, which I guess he is. The odds of the match, Hoffenheim are favourites. Only just, but they are. And the matchup. So, to actually answer the question properly, though, no, I don't just use it as... I think if you're brand new to the game, it does really, Sorare Data helps you tremendously, but the pick scores specifically, they help. Like, I'm not going to dispute they don't help. But just because somebody's a AAA, it doesn't mean they're going to score unbelievably well. Like, the chances are they should, like, on the evidence, that we're given, like I've explained with Tom Bershoff, but it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to. Like, we can't predict the future necessarily. Like, nobody knows what's going to happen. He might not even play, you know what I mean? So, but it is nice to have that reassurance of the pick score, I think. But no, I wouldn't put a ton of emphasis into it, if I'm being honest. But it is very valuable. Like, I'm not going to just, like, sit here and say it's not, because I do think it is. So yeah, I hope that kind of makes sense. But I appreciate all the follows on Twitch, lads. If you're over there, Dark Soul, appreciate the follow. So I just got enough Harry Wilsons. No, I don't. I need a couple more. I need a couple more Harry Wilsons, I think. Sorry, lads, just catching up. Up the Twitch. What do we need to do over here today? Nothing right now, to be fair, Borough. Just basically, watch the stream until the end, and there'll be a load of giveaways as usual. Of course, the Predictify giveaway as well, the 1 month membership. Today I'm going to be, I don't know whether you were in here at the start, but today I'm going to be reviewing 10 of your guys' galleries that aren't members, if that makes sense. Normally this is a perk of having a membership to the channel, but of course it's the month of giving, and yeah, we're doing 10 gallery reviews for today's stream to non-members. So all you have to do is fill in the information below on Twitter, give it a retweet, and that'll be your entry. And potentially, I'll pick. There's only 28 comments right now, so nearly 1 in 3 will get a gallery review today, basing off of the 10 that I pick. So, but you don't have to do anything over on Twitch right now. Like, there's no requirements as far as giveaways or anything. That'll be all done at the end, and I'll explain it all, in due time. So, no stress. Just you can sit back and kind of relax. So I'm just catching up again. Paul, what's going on, mate? Harry, what do you think about playing Premier League lineups in Champion? As I think there will be a reduced number of games, maybe a cup weekend. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. If they're good Premier League matchups, then yeah. If they're just average to poor, then whether they're in the Prem or the Champ, I don't think those Prem players end up scoring well. Ultimately, you're just looking for players who are going to score well. I know we all know that. But yeah, if you think they're good matchups and you fancy your chances over in Champ with those Prem players, and I would definitely say, I wouldn't say not to do that. I think you might need another Harry Wilson. Charlie says, I think I might need a Trent after the amount of Trents you've won. Mike says, I've toned down how much I use it. Fair enough, mate. Parapress, what's going on, mate? Eunice, for example, looks like a C player this week, but he has been monster for Gala this year. Yeah, he's an interesting one. I actually own his card, so that's a good example. So let me show you. I have his super rare. So, I understand why Jacob Brown's a double A pick score this weekend, because they're at home. Let me change this YouTube. I'll not change it. Let me just move it a little bit. I'll just put it by here for now. It's probably too big anyway, isn't it? So Jacob Brown, I can understand why he's a double A. At home to Nakbrada, he's in great form at home. It makes sense. Same Franjo's a single A. The matchup isn't great. They play Club Brugge. Sondre Hansen's away to Willem. I can kind of see why that matchup's not great. Rodrigo, I know, the problem is, Rodrigo should be a double or triple A on paper. But the issue is because there's an amount of outs and out and more outs. The pick score takes that into consideration and goes, okay, well, he hasn't been on fire for the last 15 games because he's been out for 4 of them. So that will will sort of combine into the pick score and kind of spit out a B. When I know that Rodrigo line matchup is a bit better than a B. It might change, but right now it's a B. And like you said, the Eunice one. So he's been on fire the last 3 games. He went on a bit of a drought for 4 games. Was good for 5 or 6 games. Away to Kayserispor, it is a good matchup on paper. You've got to imagine. He's scored above 70 in the last 2 away games. I agree. This is way better than a B, but it's because, it says waiting. We don't know, the predictors on Sorare data haven't put in yet that they think he's going to start. So I'll show you what that kind of means. So if you go into the game and then I go down to his name, which would be here, nobody's bothered to predict yet. It's a bit too early in the week, basically, is what that means. Once that updates, that'll go from waiting to 100%, for example. And then at that point, that B will change to like at least an A. It might even be a double A, maybe a triple A. I don't know, but it'll definitely be better than a B. I can assure you that. So, yeah, kind of a bit of tangent there, but who cares? Ivan, what's going on, mate? If the UI was better in Sorare, I would do lineups there first to not let pick scores lead my decision making. Yeah, that's what I try and do as well. It is hard to not get led astray by pick scores. Ultimately, like I mentioned, I don't see them as gospel, but it does give me indications that I want to think about when I'm picking my players. I do want to know if it's a good matchup or if. Sorry, I just got a notification on my watch. Yeah, I do want to know things about the pick score, like why this is not like I know it's not a good matchup at home to Club Brugge. It doesn't mean he's not going to score. It doesn't mean they like USG aren't going to score, but it does help me go okay. Well, Rodrigo at home to Sevilla is probably a bit better, even though it's not showing that right now. That's fine. It's early in the week that can change. Halogen, what's going on, mate? What do you mean, Halogen? I am doing gallery reviews. It does what it says on the tin, mate. How do you find your gallery name? You'll find your gallery name if you go to Sorare. You will, basically the name at the top here, I would say. So my gallery name is Harry Trades, I'm going to assume, and that's how you figure out your gallery name, I believe. Oh yeah, Halogen said never mind. Just started playing Sorare. Really, do you think it's better to do more competitions, e.g. all top 5 leagues, or just 3 Premier League squads, as I know more about that? I would stick to the 3 Premier Leagues, to be honest, for now. And then if you've got like surplus of Premier League players that you're not using on given game weeks because they're just not getting into your best 3 teams, then I'd probably play those Premier League cards in the top 5 leagues, which is the Champion region. Yeah, I'd probably do that. Didn't even tag the Discord when he went live. Sorry, Toby, I didn't. To be fair, I didn't have Discord up for whatever reason. Sorry, let me just reply to a text. Yeah, sorry, Discord lads. I normally get rid of it once I've got, because I only have 2 screens. I couldn't have the Discord up at the same time. Sorry, Holland, what's going on, mate? Dean, what's going on, pal? You doing gallery reviews today or lineup builder? Yeah, I've already mentioned what we're doing. Amazing that, isn't it? Less people will use him. Yeah, true. Just came over from YouTube. Appreciate that, mate. Could you review my gallery? Sorry, Holland. We've explained a couple of times now how this is going to work. I'm going to give out 10, free gallery reviews, basically. All you have to do is put your information on Twitter, as far as your gallery name and what you want me to kind of look into, and I'll pick 10 people at random to go and do that. And you got to leave a little retweet as well to be eligible. So that's what we're doing today. It's not a members related stream. Ian, what's going on, pal? Yeah, I should have put it on Discord, shouldn't I? Let me go on my phone quickly. Let me go on my phone quickly and figure this out. If you've not left a like on the stream, lads, please do so. It means a lot to me. 22 likes so far, 50 odd of us watching. So if we could get those likes increased, we're going to be doing a ton of giveaways again as usual. So I'd like to think I'm deserving of the like, but that's up to you to decide. That's not up to me. Sorry, I just put it into the Discord now. Perfect. What if you don't have Twitter? BM, if you don't have Twitter, then unfortunately becomes a bit of a problem, I would have to say, if you are looking for a gallery review. So sorry, mate. I'm sure you can make a Twitter, I'd like to think, or an X account to do that. Can you give me some examples of when knowing the league actually helps you? I feel like it gets kind of overrated. What do you mean, Marcus, by that? Can you give me some examples when knowing the league actually, like things, for example, knowing the league? I don't mean knowing the league specifically. I mean more so like knowing the players in the league, right? So, if you watch the Premier League, you'll know that Leif Davis takes corners for Ipswich, right? I mean that. I don't necessarily mean the league. I mean like the players in the league and what they do, And then that gets a bit obscure then. Like Premier League, everyone knows the Premier League. But if you're talking about like, I don't know, the Belgium League, for example, I could go, okay, I know that Has Palat takes set pieces for Westerlo and he's a good scorer. Like, they're things I know because I just know the league. You know what I mean? That's kind of the most simple way of me explaining that. Hey, Mac said, I've started using Twitter again since following your YouTube. Get in, hey, Mac. Appreciate that, mate. Appreciate that. Kaz came over from YouTube as well. Love it. Appreciate you all the Twitch lads. I think it's more about playing what you enjoy. Yeah, I agree, Tob. The more fun you have playing Sorare, the more time you'll put into it, which in turn will lead you to do better over time. 100%, Tob. 100%. Pick the league, pick the players, pick the whatever that you enjoy most, and everything kind of will, trickle down from that, and you'll find more joy in, like once you've not completed that side of the game, but let's say you go, okay, I start with Prem. I'm enjoying Prem. I'm winning in Prem. Like I'm winning boxes, cards, whatever, cash. After that, you go, okay, well, I fancy myself in Champion now. Let's have a go at Serie A. Let's have a go at the French League, and explore those avenues. Like, that's the beauty of Sorare. Like, you don't have to stay in your own lane, but you can also just stay in your own lane, like, you can do both. So, yeah. Again, a few more questions and entries in, which is great. What time is it? 20 minutes in. Okay, we'll probably get going in a minute. Marcus says, couldn't disagree more with Marcus. Sorry, I'm not seeing this. No informed pressure on managers, fan favourite players, managers' favourite players being in and around the club. 100%, Charlie. Yeah, that's what I tried to explain, but that's just way more in depth as far as like examples. 100%. 100%. Sorry, let me just catch up again. Yeah, Ian says much more enjoyment in playing what you enjoy. 100%. Dobbsy, like Leif Davis takes corners for Prem is so good, but Newcastle are normally good at defending set pieces, etc. Right, yeah. Interest, yeah, good observation, Dobbsy. It's not just about Leif Davis taking corners. It's like, yeah, if Leif Davis takes corners against the worst set piece defending team in the league, let's say, I know Newcastle aren't that, but if they were, then that is probably a good thing, isn't it? You'd like to think that's a good thing. Steven says, if one does not have Twitter, one is at an enormous disadvantage with respect to impending lineups, late scratches, etc. 100%, Steven. If you don't have Twitter, I don't know how you play Sorare. Genuinely now. Bloodcat, what's going on, mate? Street Dog said, I only play Prem. Makes sense to play the leagues you know. Yeah, 100%. You know and like. That's kind of where I'd be at on that, 100%. Okay, let's get into some gallery reviews. We'll see how long it takes. And yeah, if we're done pretty quickly with the 10, then I'll potentially go on and do some more from the list. So we might not cap it at 10. It seems... it'll depend on... Yeah, it depends on time, basically. I've got a long drive later, so I need to get everything done before that. But yeah, I'm just going to pick them at random. Actually, how should we do it? Can we do it by X picker, by comment? Let's see, X. Let's see if I can do this. I can do this in the most fair way possible. Yeah, maybe I can... Let me see if this works a minute. Let me see who comes out here. I'll just do one win account for now. I just want to see if this works. Minimum followers, 1. Let's see what this spits out. It says low accuracy, but let's just see. So this is like who's going to get the first gallery review, basically. Kieran Daniels. Okay, so I know Kieran Daniels was in here. Let's see if I can find him. Kieran Daniels is the first that is going to get a gallery review. Yeah, that makes sense. Come on, let's do it that way. So, Kieran Daniels, congratulations, mate. We're going to be reviewing your gallery. Boom. Okay, Panda Boy NUFC. He plays Prem and Champ in season and 1 under 23 team. Feel like I'm missing a smasher midfielder or defender to really push up to compete, in Division 1. Not again selling a few cards to buy some of the stars, Also just won Salah, keep or sell, looking at Bellingham. I mean, yeah, there's no way you have to keep Salah if you've just won Salah. I just see that there. Yeah, you're keeping Salah. As simple as that. If you want to be competing in the higher, the higher sort of parts of this game, you're going to need to get him. I would also argue maybe if you don't have other Liverpool cards, maybe get a little bit of a collection bonus on him. Maybe get 1 to 2%. Try and get a few players around, players to help him as far as his collection score goes. Because you are a little bit behind. Everyone's behind if you're winning cards now, like collection points and stuff. I'm not saying it's the gospel, but I'd prefer to have 1 or 2, 3% on a card than 0 collection points. So that's just a little observation. Midfielders then, so we've got the Bruno boys, we've got Newcastle, Elliot Anderson, a couple of Højbjerg. So I see you like doubling up on a few cards here, interestingly. The Newcastle boys must have done well for you this weekend, which is great. Lewis Hall, Kazanov, another Lewis Hall. Yeah, so you're very, it worked this weekend, like with the Newcastle stuff. It's not always going to work, as we know, with any stack, realistically. Lots of Isaks. Lots of Gordons, Doku, Greenwood. Okay, so you got a bit of Marseille and Newcastle going on from what I'm seeing. You got Bart in there, Oblak, Nick Pope, a couple of Popes, Labrovic. Okay, you seem fine on goalkeepers, I would say. Feel like I'm missing a smasher mid and defender. Well, I don't know whether that's... I know you're saying you're playing Prem and Champ, so I'll try and think of, players that kind of constitute both those regions. As in Prem and then Champ. I mean, yeah, you've got Hall. You are lacking Champ defenders realistically outside of Kuzanov. I would say if you're going to play him, Kevin Danso's another one I would definitely think about looking into. I'll just get another tab up just to search players up. But Danso, mentioned him yesterday, I think, but plays for Lons as well. He's the centre-back partner with Kuzanov. Good player. Scores really well. I wouldn't say he's a star defender, he's not Hakimi, but there's definitely merit in picking someone like that up. As far as midfielders go, we can have a little look quickly. Midfielders. Let's just go Champ. I'll have to neglect the chat for a couple of minutes, lads, whilst I do this. But yeah, you said you're mentioning Bellingham. I mean, I'm never going to tell somebody not to buy a Jude Bellingham, that's just, if you can afford to do it, then great. I don't think there's many better midfielders, as his L5 and 15 can kind of illustrate. He's nailed when he plays. If he's fit, he plays. It's just Jude, right? That is a big advantage of having a Jude. And I'd probably agree with you. You are probably in need of a smasher mid because you are very reliant on the Newcastle boys and Højbjerg. Højbjerg hasn't been that good, really. He is a good mid, but he's not upper echelon. If we're talking mids, big Tom Bischoff, what a lad. Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer's not in season mid though, so that maybe is a bit of a tricky one. Madders. If we're talking Champ, then yeah, playing a Jude in Champ would be pretty fun, I think. I like Baena, I like Lo Celso. I think they're more budgety options, but I definitely think they work. Golovin, another decent budget option. I wouldn't tell somebody to not buy that type of caliber of player if you don't want to go star, or if you can't go star. But yeah, Jude. Then let me just go defenders quickly in Champ. Outside of Danso, you could look at... Hakimi is the obvious one. A couple of the Napoli boys are pretty decent. Oliveira, I wouldn't say no to that. Marquinhos, there's a bit of rotation worry, but outside of that, mate, I think you've got Kurzakov, who's one of the better defenders. Maybe a Mittelstadt or a Grimaldo, if we're looking at really punchy full-back defenders. I think that's something that you've probably got to look at. Maybe even a Trent. Thilo Kerr's a really interesting one as well. There's quite a few defenders that you could shop. Look to shop there, 100%. So, yeah, I think you're there or thereabouts, but you just need a bit more variance in your gallery as far as players go. You're very much on the Newcastle train, which is fine. But when that doesn't work, you do need other things to go for you, right? That's kind of, that's just how this game works. So, yeah, I like what you've got going on. Definitely keep the Salah. And yeah, I think you're in You're in a good position. Sorry, I just got a text. Okay, next up. Let's go Twitter picker. Let's see if it does this again. Okay, James Johnson. Let's have a look at James Johnson's gallery. James Johnson. There we go. Been training in the Liga and back into Bundesliga as well. Would you continue to invest in under 23 or save to be able to go deep into in-season next year? Thinking Prem, Bundesliga, La Liga, and Champ Comp. Let's have a look at your gallery, James. I appreciate you getting involved, mate. Let's have a little look. Let me have a look at the chat as well. Sorry, lads. I've been neglecting the chat. Here we go. Chris, what's going on, mate? Simon, what's happening, pal? So I'm just catching up. Can members have their gallery reviewed? No, so members will have their galleries reviewed at the end of the month. That's kind of what we've been doing for the last 12 or 13 months. Olav, so yeah. Oh, we just had a new member. City, what's going on, mate? I appreciate that massively, mate. Honestly, 4 members away from our goal already. Thanks to City. We needed 5. Now we need 4. Let me update that quickly. YouTube subs. Get yourself into the gallery, the Discord, mate. We've got private Discord waiting for you. Get yourself in. And yeah, we're now starting on 146, 97.33 of the way there. Yes, Tom, what's going on, mate? Sorry, I'm only getting back to everyone now. Josh, what's going on, pal? Josh, get your stuff in on Twitter. You know, if you want me to have a look at your gallery and stuff. City, what's going on, mate? Oh, I appreciate that so much, mate. Hi, Harry, big fan. That means a lot to me, mate. That means the absolute world to me. I really, really appreciate that. Shaforikal BM made a Twitter account. Good lad. Appreciate that, mate. Have you got a flu? I wouldn't say I have a flu, but I do suffer with allergies. I did take an allergy pill, antihistamine, like 20 minutes ago. So, yeah, I do wake up with a bit of a, like a stuffy nose now and again. But yeah, no, I feel fine. I don't feel terrible. And we just got another member. Kubis Poe. Welcome, mate. I need to update it again. Jesus. I can't keep up, lads. We're now 3 subs away from our goal. What in the world is going on? 4 days before the end of the mini subathon. Unbelievable. Get yourself into the Discord, mate. Oh no, I put 100. Sorry, I did that wrong. So the goal amount is 150 and the starting point is 147. Got a little bit ahead of myself there, lads. Skipped a few steps. Could you maybe pick all members now? I'm confused. Sorry, lads. Yeah, well, I'm not doing members gallery reviews today. That's not what we're doing today, lads. This is for non-members. Just to make that quite clear. Gallery reviews for members are always at the end of the month. So I appreciate anyone that's become a member, but yeah. Yeah, curious. We're not doing members now, mate. Sorry, I'm just catching up with everything. Kieran Daniels, what's going on, mate? We'll look at picking up a trend. We'll go well with Salah. Sorry, yeah, I like that. And helps with the collection. Great question. Great observation. Mortaday's picked up a big Burshoff. Love it. Love it. He looks primed for this weekend, doesn't he? He looks primed. Paolo, what's going on, mate? Okay, back to gallery reviews. Yeah, so for James, I mean, it's more of a question outside of like looking at his gallery, if that makes sense. But he says he's been doing well in La Liga, and now he's back in Bundesliga. So we'll have a little quick look at what that actually looks like, even though. So yeah, the Wirtz forward card's really nice. Kevin Trapp, so one. Wow, yeah. Excuse me, Upa Mittelstadt, perfect. Olise Musial, yeah. I mean, you've got really condensed, but a lot of quality, and that is a route to success on this game, especially in season. You know, you can play one lineup as long as it's strong enough. It'll get you by quite comfortably. And La Liga, would you continue to? Yeah, I mean, the whole like investing into under 23s, like I obviously play under 23, but I think at this point in the game, like it is a luxury to play it in that like I don't think you expect a return from playing under 23s anymore. You know, like with the lack of like if it had an in-season under 23, then I would say yeah, go play it. But it doesn't, right? It's just classic. So you can only win cards. You can win a bit of cash on the top of the D1 podium, of course, which is very unlikely in limited, rare, and super and unique. If you've got money, like I would either save it, like you're kind of saying to do, James, or like you're planning on doing, and go in Prem, Bundesliga, La Liga next year. Or why not play for half a year this year, in season, champ or whatever, because you've already got La Liga cards, you've already got Bundesliga. Maybe go in and potentially play champ for the rest of the season. But I know I'm the under 23 guy. Oh my God, Andrew Laird. I've had to just stop my sentence there midway. Andrew Laird. Wow. Father Lairdmus is in the building. What an absolute legend. We've just smashed our goal. Thanks to Laird's generosity. Laird, that is unbelievable, mate. I'm just seeing now everyone's getting their memberships in. Surfula's in. Tom Godfrey, Stefan, Big Mr. K, what's going on, mate? Get yourself into the Discord now. Send Laird a massive thank you. Wow. And Ben Hay was as well. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's so kind of you. Laird is the GOAT, Tobe. You're right. Laird is the absolute GOAT. I need to change my goal, lads. What should the goal be now? We've just absolutely crushed the goal thanks to Laird. The goal was 150 subs. I think we started on like 120 4 or 5 days ago. Yeah. Let me know what you think the goal should be now. We've got five days left, I think, or 4 technically if you don't count today. Jesus, what should the goal be? Raid reckons 200. That seems like a stretch. Kaz says 175. Yeah, I may be more along the lines of that. Raid says 250. What? Lads, really? There's no way there's no way. Like, I don't want to set well, they say you should set unrealistic goals, I guess, but I don't know. Go big or go home, AMAX says. I don't know. This is just the pessimist inside of me, trying to decide what the goal should be. What reckons 200. Yeah. Kaz reckons 175. Radio reckons 250 now, as does AMAC. I still think 200 is way too much, but I'm tempted to put it in there, just in case. Yeah, Alex reckons 200. Alexander 250. I don't know if I've got it in me, lads. I don't think I have it in me. I'm going to do 200. I'm going to put 200 in. I know that even sounds stupid to even do that, but I mean, yeah. There's nothing saying we can't do it. I just think it's kind of unrealistic, but why not? Why not? Oh, sorry, that's where the chat should be. Why not? Let me pop it down there for now. Honestly, Laird, that means the absolute world to me, mate. Ready said, I mean, you've already got about 40, so 20 is reasonable. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I've gone with 200 though, lads, for now. Quinny, what's going on, mate? What's going on, pal? Ian reckons 200 by the end of the year. Interesting. Yeah, what about that? Should we do 200 by the end of the year instead? Let's do 200 by the end of the year. 200, starting on 152, I believe. And it'll be 01. Yeah, month 01. 1st of the 1st, 2025. Let's do that. Ian, great shout. Let's do that. We've got 13 days to do it. Can you take subs on Twitch now? Not yet, Ryan. I'm close to doing so, but not yet, unfortunately. I've done most of the things that you need to do. Wait there. Click the active. Wait, there we go. Let me pick another winner. for another gallery review. But no, Ryan, I can't take subs yet. Yeah, it is a great shout, Scamuel, isn't it? Rui Pereira, what's going on, mate? Yeah, Rui says 200. Rob says 200. Okay. I think 200 is reasonable enough in 13 days. I don't think it's reasonable enough in 4 days. But yeah, I'm quite happy, with that number, 100%. So, Tom Godfrey, you are a winner, mate. You just became a member as well. So, you technically entered before you became a member. So, I'll let you off, even though I'm technically doing a members gallery review here. But yeah, Tom says, let me get his gallery up on the screen. Actually, I should do it over here, shouldn't I? Come on then. So, Tom says, I don't know how to best move forward with my gallery right now. My priorities have been contender in season, and I'm fairly happy with where that is right now. Great. I'm thinking I could start taking under 23 a bit more seriously, or maybe move towards challenger in season. Okay, let's see what you've got going on already then, because you said you're playing contender, which you're happy with. Excuse me. So it looks like you've got a lot of the SPFL stuff coming up, so that's fun. Because, yeah, that league, obviously plays a lot over this Christmas sort of period and the New Year. Austria's off for a little bit, isn't it? As is Croatia. So yeah, you've got Gordon, you've got the Aberdeen backup. Okay, so you've got two or three starting keepers now for the Christmas sort of period. Greg Taylor. Okay, so you've got players from the good teams, i.e. like Celtic and Rangers. And obviously a bit of Hearts. Hearts haven't been great though, have they? I'm pretty sure Hatate. But you kind of don't have the upper echelon ones outside of maybe Cherney. Shankland's maybe coming back into a bit of form. Sago, I love to see that. Tony Watt, love it. Yeah, I'd still say I'd argue there's improvements to still make in contender personally. I don't know whether you wanted to hear that or not, but that's where I go initially. I say, yeah, you've got a decent base, but I still think it can be improved drastically to give yourself an even better chance of sort of kicking on. I wouldn't personally go down to under 20 unless you really want to do it. Let me just make this clear. I don't want to tell people not to do what they want to do, if you know what I mean. I'm just saying, if I was you in that position, with that gallery, I look at that and go, okay, I can play, two or three lineups, or, when everyone's fit and playing goalkeeper wise, but that's not the case. Not all of these are starters. I know Jordan Smith is as well. But I mean, as far as the outfield, the depth goes and the quality, it can definitely be improved, I would say. It's good, but it can get better, as most galleries can. I'd personally be just focused in on getting that better, getting my house in order in contender first before I go to challenger. If the question is under 23 or challenger in season, I'd probably say challenger in season, but I think the actual answer is just get better at contender personally. That's how I see that one. That was quite an easy one, to be fair, but hope that makes sense, Tom. Let me just catch up on the chat. Yeah, we need that sub. Yeah. Motordays knows. Yeah, I'm close to getting it. I think I should get it in the next few days. The ability to get subs or whatever. Like I said, I don't know too much about it, but I'm pretty sure I'm quite close to it. Sorry. Mate, someone just plays champion, go Predictify or Sorare inside. I mean, obviously I'm going to say Predictify, but I'm sure they're both equally quite good for champ, if I'm being honest. I don't know who the predictors are necessarily. Oh, I know the Prem one is the same guy. Sorare EFL does both. So, yeah, I'm going to say Predictify, but it's probably not much in it, if I'm being honest. WH, what's going on, mate? Hi, Harry, new member here. Any chance you can review my gallery? I will. End of the month, all members will get their gallery reviews. Yeah, no stress about that. Today's for non-members only. So yeah, I hope you kind of understand that. But yeah, if you need any help or anything, I'm available on Discord. You can shoot me a message or whatever if you remember, and when I've got time, I can go over what you kind of contemplating. But the gallery review member stream is always at the end of the year, end of the month. Sorry. Tango Berry, what's going on, mate? Ray said, if I don't win the chance to review my gallery, when you get Twitch subs available, can we donate to allow you to review it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll definitely get something up. I'll definitely get something set up to to do, you know, something like that. 100% raid X05. No stress at all. No worries at all, mate. Okay, Paulo. Paulo is up next. Let's find Paulo. Here we go. Paulo says, I'm selling a lot of players right now to only focus on Division 1 and Division 2 in season and keep some old collections. I have a lot of smashes in the MLS with high percentage collection, and I plan to attack Challenger in February. Okay. So I understand what you're saying, but you're not giving me any, like, should I do this? Should I do that? Type of question. You know, you just sort of said a statement there, which is fine, but there's not much I can really go off there to be like, okay, you should do this, or maybe that, you know, what that thing that you're contemplating doesn't make sense, or you know what I mean. But yeah, we'll have a little look at what you've got going on in challengers. So yeah, you've got a lot of the challenger and season keepers, you know, in Europe, which is great. Lots of MLS as well. So last year's collections. Basically every MLS goalkeeper you could even ever want. Bosagli, Watanabe, Sanchez, Alba, of course. You've got Porto stack, Ghent. Okay, this is the way to do it. If you've got the budget to do it, is branch out as far and wide as you can in a specific region. Basically, buy all the best stacks and, you know, play the matchups week on week effectively and kind of, yeah, sort of cross your fingers and toes. Okay, so a bit of Cincinnati. What we got for the smashers then? So we've got Puig, but he's injured. Evander probably leaves. Acosta, there's a bit of doubt on. Hartel's good. Obviously, Carlos Gil. Or Heel, sorry. Got a couple of Churnies. Coop Miners. Sara, Gold. Brian Heynan. Haspalat, the GOAT. Rusnak. Diego Luna. Santiago Rodriguez. Okay. Chambeau. Kramashi. Forsberg, like it. A couple of Forsbergs. Okay. I mean, you've probably got good enough classic MLS stuff to compete for cards once the MLS comes around. Of course, if you want to go jump straight into in-season MLS and, you know, obviously do that, I wouldn't tell you not to do that. Kevin Denke, that'll be nice because that'll be an in-season card. Yeah, looking into next season. Starting in Feb, Cucho, Peck, Messi, great. Amoradon, love it. Strukers, Boanga, Mertens. Yeah, you've got all the main. You've got all the main culprits, haven't you, in Challenger? It's just about hitting them in one lineup effectively. Easier said than done, but yeah, like I said, there's not actually like a question there, isn't it? Is that you just say you plan to attack Challenger in February, which I think you should do. You've got good classic depth. It's just about if you want to go straight into in season or do you want to win your way into it. Might take a bit of time or maybe a bit of both. You know, start off with, you know, one in-season lineup for MLS potentially, because you'll still have your European Challenger cards in February anyway, you know, so there might not be that much of a rush to get in-season MLS for you specifically, because you have a lot of Challenger MLS, Challenger European stuff. So Paolo is in here. Hey, just got lucky. So I'm just catching up on the chat again. BM said, is it better to go big on one lineup or go for as many as possible? I'd say go big on one lineup. I'd say go big. Yeah, I'd say that for sure. Paolo, hey, just got lucky. Just sold a lot of players yesterday and I'm selling some more today to focus on fewer lineups or fewer teams. Sorry. Not sure what to do with the funds I'm getting. Okay, so you've got that is your question. I'd probably wait. I'd probably wait until the MLS cards come out personally. You've got enough going on in if Challenger's the focus, you've already got enough in-season European stuff to keep you ticking over until the MLS in-season stuff comes out. I would wait until the MLS in-season stuff comes out in Feb and buy, you know, the best players you can kind of afford in-season MLS, you know, and kind of play them with your older cards and some of your European in-season stuff. That would be what I would do personally. You've got enough to get by, I would say, for now in Chal, 100%. What I'm going to do is, because we have had quite a few more entries, I am going to refresh this and do it again. Let me refresh it this way. Or reload. Reload, reply, win account. Let's pick another winner. I think this is our fourth one, maybe? Nicholas. Come on then, Nicholas. Let's get your gallery reviewed. Where is Nicholas? Nico. There he is. Okay. Oh, this is Doty. I know Doty. Where can I improve my under 23s? Does that mean condense into 2 super competitive lineups or running 3 lineups? Also, I have a full Galaxy and Burnley in season stack. So if I wanted to move into more in season, would it be worth sticking to Chal, or would Prem be a better start? Let's have a look, Doty. Because I know you've got quite a lot of under 23 stuff, I'm sure. Let's have a look what you've got in under 23. Actually, you have under 23 rare stuff as well, don't you, I think, from what I remember. Okay, Trafford, Lamans, Hadel. So you got 3 keepers, but Hadel will be off for a little while now, so 2 keepers for now. Decaipa, Riley, Nuno Mendes, Lewis, Estavier, Perez. Yeah, you've got a decent core. Like, it's a good core of defenders. Disciples like the best defender, really. Tillman, Enzo, Paxton, Baturina, Delors, Kudus, Uito, Jank. Again, yeah, I'd say the whole, like, should I play 2 or 3? Like, you're probably only going to have 2 strong ones. The third lineup is probably always going to be a bit of a box collector in general, just because of the nature of, like, how the quality gets distributed, which I think is fine. Like, you can pick up boxes. Like, I don't think you need, like, you have 3 keepers. You're only going to use 2 of them for a little while because, like I said, Hadel's out. So you are only going to have two lineups going out. Is the question, should I condense a little bit? Maybe, but rares are so cheap these days. Like, you can afford to have an abundance of forwards and mids and stuff that you're not necessarily, like, breaking the bank on. But they do make for interesting pieces because, yeah, you just never know when you might need them or not. And then as far as the Galaxy and Burnley in season stacks, if I wanted to move more into season, would it be worth sticking to Chal? I mean, let's have a look what you've got in Chal. So you said you got Burnley. I mean, MLS is done right now, so having that LA stuff doesn't really do much for you right now, of course. I guess if you play Trafford in Chal, you won't play him in under 23, so that puts you down to 1 lineup technically, doesn't it? Yeah, I would say like continue building out Chal. Don't go elsewhere before the improvements can be made at home. Like, don't buy another house before you've kind of sort of renovated your own type of thing. That's kind of the best analogy I can probably give to that one. And like, yeah, moving to Prem, I don't think's worth it on this type of. I don't know your budget, but I'm going to assume it's not unbelievable. Like, it's good, but it's not like incredible. For rare, anyway, I wouldn't be going into Prem right now personally. I would just stick to Challenger because that's where you've got a home already for me. So yeah, hope that helps, mate. Sorry, just catching up on the chat. Mikey Baston, what's going on, mate? Juan said, I just crafted Yamal yesterday. Do I sell or keep? It depends how good the rest of your gallery is, mate, to be honest. Oh, I won the giveaway, lads. I won the giveaway. Let's go. I didn't rig it either. Damn, I don't have a follower on Twitter, so can't enter. BM, I'll follow you on Twitter. Melv, what's going on, mate? If we've not left a like on the stream, lads, please do so. It means the absolute world to me. Let me pick another winner. James Johnson wins again. What are the chances of that? Here we go. Otto is next up. Let's find Otto. Otto. Where are you? There you are. Okay, thinking I should get rid of my Bochum boys. Looking to start fresh with around €50 budget. Where should I put the money into? Mostly follow Prem and Bundes. Or should I stick with them and buy other stuff around them? Let me see if the Bochum boys can put a run together in the next couple of game weeks. Let's have a look. Okay. So, Bochum. So you got Vasilj. You've got Druas, Maran Bodu. Let me have a look at how they're actually scoring, because there might just not be any meat on the bone. Well, I say that. They drew 1-0 with Union Berlin. 83 is a decent score. Odette, I remember him from Russia. Miyoshi got sent off. That doesn't help, does it? Let's have a look at their run. Heidenheim at home. You've got to think, there's a result maybe there for them. Like, if they're ever going to win a game, Bochum, I'm not saying they haven't won a game this season. Maybe they haven't. Yeah, they probably haven't, have they? Yeah, so this is the thing, right? Like, if you're expecting, I'm not saying you are, but if you're expecting to win things on this game with teams that can't win a game for love nor money, it's just a problem, isn't it? Like, it is just a problem. It just ain't going to happen. There's not a clean sheet to be had there. I'm not saying that can't turn around, because, the fixtures actually look okay going forward. Heidenheim at home, St. Pauli at home. But ultimately, you're up against it. You are just up against it. Yeah, I mean, for me, at best, you have to build around it. I would say, the goalkeeper and then that Felix guy is like an okay base. Is he a defender? Yeah. So, for me, quality mark, I appreciate the follow on Twitch, mate. For me, like, if I'm, like, there's a defensive stack in there almost. Like, I would probably play this Paslak fella with the goalkeeper. Again, you're not going to get crazy scores every week. It's just not going to happen. But Heidenheim at home, St. Pauli at home, maybe Freiburg at home. But again, it's 1 in 8 game weeks or 2 in every 7 game weeks, You're not going to win every week. You're barely going to win in those 7, never mind the whole season. So, at best, the best way you can turn this around and give yourself a half-decent chance is keep the defensive stack. So, use Druas and use Odets. Do you even have that Paslak? Yeah, you do have Paslak. You could go Paslak, Odets, Druas as a defensive stack. Then you're going to need a good midfielder and you're going to need a good forward from the Bundesliga. Like, at best. It's just going to be tough, Alex says maybe a good in a year or two with Bundes 2. Yeah, agree, but at that point they're not in season, and it just kind of kills you, realistically. Yeah, Tobe says decent run of games, shouldn't sell them now. Yeah, I agree, but I think you've got to add to them. You have to add to them, for me. You just can't really get away with not doing that, because there's just not enough good scorers in that team. You can get super lucky and they get a clean sheet, and you take advantage of that. You have the goalie, defender. But you're probably going to need a midfield and a forward that's from a different team in the Bundesliga that's going to help you, win, effectively. That's just the brutality of it. But yeah, don't give up on them yet. They might be useful in certain games. But like I said, it'll be very few and far between. Next up is Kyle. Kyle. Tamworth, what's going on, mate? Thank you for the follow on Twitch, mate. It means a lot to me. Come on then, where is it to? Who is it again? Kyle. I'm guessing it's this Kyle, isn't it? Not really sure where to go. I've been trying to prioritize under 23 limited, but want to push more into rare in season contender. Gallery totally packed with SPFL players. Oh no. I mean, if they're Celtic and Rangers players, then I don't mind it. But if they're not, we could be in trouble here. Let's have a look. So, are we talking about rare here specifically? Yeah, I guess it is rare related, I'd like to think. So is Hamilton the Ross County keeper, yeah? Yeah, for now. McGrath, Benrahma, Lyle Cameron, okay. Laidlaw's injured, isn't he, I think. Simon Murray, Topi, Rubezic, Dan Casey, okay. I mean, yeah, there's a core. There's definitely a core. At the end of the day, if you're playing SPFL and you haven't got Celtic and Rangers cards, you're just up against it. And that's just the brutality of it. I'm not saying on the given week a Hearts stat can't do something. I'm not saying on a given week an Aberdeen stat can't pop off, because they can. But again, very few and far between. Most weeks, Celtic and Rangers cards in the SPFL specifically. There's obviously other contender teams like the Bundesliga 2, for example, where other things can happen. But ultimately, you are probably going to need a bit of exposure to a Celtic or a Rangers player. I know you have Badrami here, sorry, so you do have one, I guess. But you're probably going to need more, unfortunately. Like, that's just where it's at there. Not really sure to go. Trying to prioritize under 23 limited, but want to push more into rare. I mean, it's quite a weird transition. Like, under 23 limited to in-season rare contender is a very, like, different thing, you know? Like, one, they're completely different scarcities, and two, I mean, obviously they're different regions. Like, under 23 isn't necessarily a region. Let me see what you've got actually going on in limited. So Trafford's, okay, so you've got the keepers. Egan Riley, Flamingo. Yeah, you've got all the good defenders. You probably got all the good under 23 mids and limited. It's just very hard to win because you're just playing against so many people, you know. And I understand why you'd want to move to contender. Rare because there's just less people playing and it's in season. You can win cash. Like, you've got good players in limited. I'm not going to dispute that. But again, getting them into one lineup is hard enough. You've obviously got 3 tries every week, but you do have good players like at under 23 limited. It's just, as you can see with my Road to Glory, it's just fucking hard, man. Like, it's hard. It's a hard division to play in. Anywhere limited is tough. So yeah, I wouldn't say don't like go into rare contender because you've already done it. But yeah, maybe branch out to maybe a few Bundesliga 2 smashers. You've got Van Izek. You've got there's loads of good players in Bundesliga 2. Leopold. I'm just talking about a few midfielders here. Tresoldi, Appelkamp. I think he's injured. There's another guy that plays for Dusseldorf who's pretty good. Like, I'd kind of either buy a few more Celtic and Rangers cards or go into Bundesliga 2 or something, you know. That's kind of where I'd be at if you're up for improving your contender rig. Let me catch up on the chat, lad. Sorry. FF Thinker, what's going on, mate? Afternoon, Harry. How do you say focus on a strategy for your gallery? I suffer from a case of seeing a player cheap on the market, buying them, and then spreading myself all over the place. It's tough for me to like speak on this because like the old me was religious on under 23s, right? So like all I would care about on this game was being good at the under 23 game, if that makes sense, or the category, whatever, region. So older players on this game didn't matter to me. Like, I didn't even care they were cheap on the market because I wouldn't even be looking for them, you know? I had a tunnel vision on under 23s. I then have, you know, subsequently branched out. The game's changed within season and stuff. So right now I have, you know, bits of my gallery and all sorts of, I have under 23s, I have Challenger, I have Champion, I have Super Rare, I have Rare, whatever. I think going back to old me, like, old me is the example for what you're maybe not doing there in that, like, just disregard I disregarded like 80% of the platform. I literally only cared about under 23s. That doesn't really work as well anymore because like the in-season element of this game and how, you know, how the yielding works. Back then it was like you yielded by winning good cards because they were very expensive cards. There was no cash to be won really outside of podiums in under 23. Like, even if you finish like 20th in under 23 rare like 3 years ago, you'd be getting like a card that's worth like 500 quid or something, you know? Like, it was lucrative. It was. That's not the game we play anymore. The game we play outside of under 23 is to win cash, realistically. There's obviously cards you can win, of course, but yeah, it's just a different game. And I would say just to have tunnel vision, basically, as hard as easy as that is to say, and it's not easy to put into practice. That is kind of what, you know, my advice would be there. Tamworth says, hi, I'm new to the game. What do you suggest me to do? Start farming some cards. I mean, I don't know what you mean, like winning cards. Like, that's, you know, we win cards on Sorare by playing in, you know, contests and stuff. You know, buy cards that you know, like, you know the players, you know the league, you like watching the players, you like the Prem or whatever it is, and kind of work your way into the game that way. Like, don't just buy random cards that you've heard of, you might think are good. Like, you need to know what you're buying before, like anything in life. You're not going to buy a car if you don't research it, you know, unless you've just got FU money. Like, you know, like, you're going to need to research these things like you would in any other facet in life. What should I do for this hit the target tournament? I mean, you mean what target should you try and hit? It depends how good your team is, Matt, to be honest. It depends if you think it can score above the certain threshold. I know there's 3 different ones, of course. Yamal is out for a month. Yeah, good point. Yamal is out for a month. Alexandru. Agreed. Check which teams are at home during Bonkum's home games and go from there. Hypothetically, if Wood line up, then grab up a classic Dutch, then find a midfielder somewhere else. 100%. Appreciate the feedback. No worries at all, Otto. No worries at all, mate. Trying to find my fear. Yeah, it's tough, mate. It's tough. Takes time. Takes time. What do you have to do on your Twitter? So if you want your gallery reviewed, follow the instructions like I'm showing on this tweet right here. And yeah, you've got a chance of getting your gallery reviewed on stream, basically. So, yeah. No worries at all, Carl. I'll look into Bundes too. Yeah, there's some fun players in Bundesliga too. Costa, what's going on, mate? 77 VB, what's going on, pal? Level up's the best way to use them. Should I put them on my higher level cards? Excuse me. Or lower level ones? I would use them on cards that you use or you prioritize the most. Whether that's a low tier level card or a high level card. Use them on cards that actually are in your lineups. Simple as. Ryan just bought his first team for Conference League. Conference League's done now, isn't it, for a bit? £200 for an average team that has potential. There's not many more, unless there's going to be new rounders and stuff after this week. Casper Janda. I know Laird likes Casper Janda as well, Dobbsy. Casper Janda is fun. What leagues generally don't have a winter break apart from the UK? There's not many. Like, they all kind of do have a winter break. Some have longer ones than others, Ben. I know Liga doesn't have a long one. Bundesliga has maybe like 2 or 3 weeks. I think French League's 2 weeks or 2 weekends. I don't know what Serie A does, if I'm being honest. I can't remember. Costa says, any chance I can get my gallery review without Twitter X? I don't have an account there. So, yeah, I'm doing gallery reviews at the end of the month for members, like I do every month. This is just a one-off with the Twitter stuff. So, yeah, if you want to become a channel member, on YouTube, then you'll get a gallery review in a week or so time, basically, without the need to have Twitter. So, not sure that helps, but that's my only compromise there. Sean, what's going on, mate? Saw they hit the target. Cards bought with market credits can't be traded or sold for 14 days. Do you know if that's going to be a new thing with all market credits or just for this comp? I don't know I don't know the answer, obviously, Sean, but I can't imagine it's going to be a thing forever, if you know what I mean, like all, across the board. MLS is a steal right now. Most expensive players, no more than €30. Yeah, but it's tough though, because everyone has good MLS cards at this point, So like the ease to win is just a lot less than it was, say, like a year, 2 years ago. Not to say it's not fun to play, because I play the MLS. I love playing it. Okay, let's pick the next winner. Next up is Paolo. We've already done Paolo, so we don't need to do Paolo again. We've already done Otto. I love how it's just picking up the exact same winners every time. Me, I can't have a gallery review. Come on now. That just doesn't work. Here we go. Number 1 Smurf. AMAC ND. Let's have a look. AMAC ND. There we go. Struggling to hit cash positions and seem to always have a good run, but then DMPs. I'm also not sure the best card versions to buy with the 2025 season halfway through. Doesn't seem worth it, as the XP with people that have bought at the start make the difference. Okay, so there's nothing like specific there that I can really like help with, I don't think, but let me have a look. Let me have a look at your last game. We can see how that looked. Yeah, that was unlucky. Marquinhos came off the bench. I mean, buy and loss, so that didn't help. But you got your forwards right. You just didn't get the defensive stack right there. Again, really close to cash. Like, you're a good defensive stack away there from winning good prizes, right? Contender Classic. I mean, yeah, you didn't captain your highest scorer. That's obviously not going to help. Again, these are just observations. Easier said in hindsight, of course. Defensive stack worked quite well. I mean, yeah, it's just not that high scoring of a lineup, is it? I know Prem isn't that high scoring anyway. Again, captained one of the worst, well, almost the worst scorer, but it didn't really matter anyway. In Contender in season, Robbo gets red carded. You can't really do too much about that. Goalie gives a penalty away. Hummels, I think that was a bit of an unknown DMP as well. So again, you're quite hard done by there. Let's Tavares. And then training. Yeah, I mean, I think you've been quite unlucky in some of those positions. Like, this is very close from being like a very good lineup. You captained the highest scorer. Like, it's a good lineup. 400 points is a good score, but it's just not good enough. It's unfortunately that's just the nature of the game right now. If on another day you get a defensive stack goes off, and you get an extra 50 points, you win 30 quid. Like, that's just kind of how that would probably normally go. So yeah. Sorry, just catch up on the chat. Let me have a look at your actual players. So you have older classic cards. Cole Palmer. So you've got a bit of in-season prem. You've got good in-season prem cards. Like, those will come good eventually if you can get the 5 into the lineup on the correct week. Excuse me. Manuel Neuer. Pacho. Yeah, you're on the right. You've got good cards. Like, there is good cards here. But yeah, it's easier said than done, lineup building. Like, I do it for my members every week, and I sometimes get it wrong. I sometimes get my own lineups wrong. Like, it's not an exact science. Like, it's very hard to replicate winning lineups week on week because there's so many variables in football in general, and so many that are out of our control. DMPs, like you said, like, it's tough. My best advice is to play players that you think are nailed, like as in nailed to play. But again, that can always backfire as well, because that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to score the highest. So it's a very fine balance to have. Over time, you'll kind of pick up on signs and, that player didn't train yesterday, so I probably shouldn't play him for the weekend. Like, obvious things like that, they definitely come into it. As far as like buying cards now with the 2025 season halfway through, I still think if you're going to buy cards to play in season, like, they're probably going to have to be in season cards unless you're playing the one classic. But like, for example, with lineups like this, where is it to? Like, lineups like, was it to the, no, not this week. So lineups like this, you played all in season, right? Like, you don't need to do that here. You could have had one classic card in here. So let's argue you played, I don't know, classic Trent or whoever the classic card is that scored well this weekend. That would have been quite beneficial to you. I know it doesn't matter whether he's classic or not. I'm just saying there is room to have a good classic card in there. So if you go, card finder, we've been through champ defenders already. But if you go champ defenders and then you go Hakimi, for example, I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Hakimi, for example, Schlotterbeck. Like, you could buy the classic version of those cards if you wanted to and play them in that lineup because you already have, enough in-season cards. And buying the classic version, it's just a cheaper way of getting the same lineup, isn't it, really? I know you wouldn't get collection bonuses and stuff, but that's kind of the way around it. I'm seeing quite a few extra entries, so I'll just refresh it again. But I hope that kind of makes sense, mate. DMPs is something that I struggle with. We all struggle with. Like, it's horrible. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that, like, I can avoid them all the time, because we can't, unfortunately. It's very hard for us to avoid them all the time. I've changed the minimum. We've already done Paolo, haven't we? When it says low accuracy, it definitely means it, doesn't it? Because all it keeps doing is just picking me and Paolo. We've already had him. This can't be that great, can it? I don't think we've done Samuel, have we? Let's have a look. Where's Samuel? Am I being blind? Oh, there we go. Sam said, stop playing but go help my mate who's got a £250 budget. Let's see what he's been doing. Okay. So it looks like in-season Prem mainly, with a bit of Bundesliga thrown in there. If you're going to take in-season Prem seriously, then You've got Robinson, which is nice. Robinson, Declan Rice, Sanchez is a nice start. You're probably going to need, and Iwobi's a nice start as well. You're probably going to need a few big guns if you want to start competing with the Prem, the big Prem dogs. I'm talking, Cole Palmer, Saka. Like, if you've got a £250 budget, you probably don't need to blow it all on that, but you are probably going to need. So Palmer's 90 quid for the in-season. Saka is 90 quid as well. So there's 180 quid gone already, which is quite quick, isn't it, really, once you bought 2 stars. But, pair that with a Rice, pair that with a Robinson, with a Sanchez. That's like one good lineup there, There's obviously cheaper ways of doing it, but you're going to need to buy quality players at the end of the day. Like, that is just... stars will be stars, right? Like, there's a reason why those cards are more expensive, because most of the time they score better. You've already got a good quality starting point with like Sanchez. Sanchez is not that good. I'd probably say you've got Emilio Martinez as well, so you've got 2 keepers, which helps. But yeah, I'd definitely say get yourself into a Saka, a Palmer. Obviously, I'm a big Maddison fan. I think Maddison's great. Robertson's a really fun one. As far as defenders go, Lisandro's pretty fun on his day as well, I'd say. I like Callum Hudson-Odoi. You've got Chris Wood, bit of a cheaper option, which definitely can score well in certain games. I see you've got a bit of Stuttgart and Frankfurt going on. Gladbach keeper. Maybe you split it. Maybe you pick 1 star to go into the Prem lineup, whether that's a Saka or a Palmer or a Salah maybe, and then for the Bundesliga lineup you do the same and go buy yourself a Wirtz or a Musiala or something like that to just really elevate the lineup. Give yourself a captain basically. I'm not saying Rice can't be a captain, but like go buy a captain basically on both sides for a Bundesliga team and your Prem team and see how that kind of works out. I'm basically saying buy good cards, which is an obvious statement, but you've given me the budget, so that that means we can do it. I'd like to think. Sorry lads, just catching up on the chat. I've been neglecting it a little bit. His in-season champ looks strong. He just needs to nail the lineup. Yeah, 100%. Having lots of PSG over me DMP, 100%. AMAX says, basically, where should I put my cash? In-season big cash seems to be the amount of points difference in people's superior in XP. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to keep up with like the 5%ers, like collections, but if you're not playing a 5-man stack, it doesn't really matter as much. Yippee Kaye, what's going on, mate? Johnny TH, what's going on, pal? What's the future looking like for Rashford? Is there a future? Thank you, Mikey. I just saw that then. Yeah, Peter's... Tobe, you're right. 250 budget. Looks like he's going to need classic Bruno Palmer, etc. Yeah, 100%. Fucking advert. Sorry, Mikey. I've got to live. Mate. Or just go over to Twitch. You might not be any adverts over there. Or my Mamouche. Yeah, Mamouche is a fun one. Almeida, what's going on, mate? What's going on, pal? Okay, let's pick the next winner. We've done that. There's going to be loads of duplications, which is just really annoying. We've done Otto. We've done Tom. It's just giving us all the ones we've already done, isn't it? We've done Nicholas. Click to activate, picking a winner from... I don't want to do... Right, you know what? I'm just going to go... I'm done with the picker. It's doing my head in. So I'm just going to pick from Twitter. Let's have a look. Right, we'll do Badoza 88. Come on then. Badoza 88. I currently have $100 to spend plus Hwang In Bum to sell. Need to get some more contender challenger squads as the Argentinian MLS season end, and also looking into more league specific comps. I'm not sure $100 will do all of that for you necessarily, but that's kind of fine. I'm just having a look at what you got going on here. Sofiane Diop, love that. Okay, so you got a bit of Atalanta going on. Bilal Brahimi, love it. Okay, so you've got a lot of classic stuff going on, especially in the MLS. I mean, I'd probably... Yeah, it screams to me that you need like a bit of star power, like we said with the last guy. Like, there's a lack of like star power going on here. So, you know, you've got your Atalanta defensive stack. Why don't you add a Lookman to that? Why don't you add, you know, some of the bigger Serie A players potentially to give yourself like the best or one of the better Serie A lineups there could be? Like, I don't know whether you've got Lookman. I can't imagine. You might have him. He's just not showing up there. Let's have a look. Yeah, so like you haven't got Lookman, who's basically the best forward for that team. Probably quite needed, you know. That would be like the most obvious thing for me that I'm seeing there. Yeah, Mac's pretty good for streams. That's what I stream on. Just go through and pick the most interesting question. Yeah, I'll do that. Go on my Twitter, Johnny, and you'll see the tweet relating to the stream. Yeah, it just seems like you've got like a lot going on. You know, it seems to me that there's loads of things going on, but nothing concrete going on. You know, at the same time. When I'm talking about in season, like you've got in season pieces, there's nothing like that stands out to me that I go, wow, like that's serious quality, you know. And I think that's probably where I'd be at. Like I'd be looking at, you know, who can I bring in that are stars, Lookman, whoever, that really work with what I've got already going on. If Champ is if Champ is, like, I love Diop. Diop's great. You've got a Donnarumma. You've got the Atalanta defenders. You're basically just crying out for a really good forward, I would say. You know, that's where I'm at on that. See, this is unfortunately, sorry, Holland, this is too vague for me. Like, I don't know what I can do with that type of statement. You know, you are doubting where to invest my funds. Feel like I'm all over the place. Like, I need a little bit more to go off there. Let's have a look. I'll do this one. This one seems pretty straightforward. Prem in season, how to improve it. See, straight to the point. Very easy for me to give ideas, okay? Dubravka, Sanchez, you've got 2 starting goalie, well, 3.5, 2.5, Dubravka and Pope, obviously. I mean, Dubravka's starting right now. I like Olaena, Delict. Okay, so looking at that, you're definitely going to need better defenders, I would say. Definitely improve on the defenders. Ericsson, Casemiro, Alex Scott, Ryan Yates. Bruno's fun. Elliot Anderson. Okay, you're doing pretty well there. Casemiro can be good on his day. Again, though, I still think I need a little bit more across 3 teams. I think I need a couple of more better midfielders there. Maddison, Bruno, like, you do need better mids, 100%. Rashford, Callum Hudson-Odoi. Diallo's been great. Gordon. And obviously Garnacho's in a weird one. So you got Gordon, Wood, Diallo. You got like 4 good forwards there. I'm not counting Rashford for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then Garnacho can be good, but obviously we just don't know what's going on with him. You probably got enough forwards to get by, but you definitely need some better defenders. You definitely need some better midfielders. Antoine Robinson comes to mind. Obviously, your Trent's the obvious one. Gabriel from Arsenal, of course. Maybe a bit of Man City exposure, even though they're on a bit of a low right now. But definitely some better midfielders as well. I love Bruno and I love Elliot Anderson, but the rest are just fine, you know. So yeah, hope that makes sense, mate. Like this. What can I do with this? You know, with just a name. I can't do much. Yeah. Malky says, I have 5% athletic collection and have some complementary players to fill gaps in the Liga. Want to do the same in Contender with Aberdeen, 5%, plus 1 or 2 smashers. Thoughts? Don't want Rangers or Celtic players. Have reasonable knowledge of Liga MX, so could add some players from there. Also thinking of Alex Romero, Sociedad. Yeah, I mean, Alex Romero's he's probably the best goalkeeper in the league, isn't he, for Sociedad? Aguerd is really good as well for Sociedad defender-wise. So yeah, I'm not against that at all. Liga MX, I'm not too familiar with it. Like I know players that play there, but I'm not like a Liga MX nerd like Andy Black is. Shout out Andy Black. Yeah, you kind of shoehorn is it shoehorning yourself? I don't know if that's the saying. Pigeonhole, I don't know, whatever it is. Like if you're not willing to have Celtic or Rangers players, you're up against it. Unfortunately, like that's just the brutality of it. I can understand, from the respect of you probably are an Aberdeen fan, which is fine. Like I'm not saying you have to go out and buy these Celtic and Rangers players because you don't like Celtic and Rangers, but ultimately, like you have to put those things to the side if you want to be good at this game. That's just the brutality of it. Yeah. Sorare Holland said, I have the funds to improve around €2,000, but don't know where to spend it. Currently playing all regions, but maybe would be better just playing Champ or Chal. I'd save all that and go in MLS. If you like MLS, I'd save all that money and go into MLS Rare in season. 100%. Hamstringing. Yeah. Thank you, Graham. Yeah, you're just hamstringing yourself. Like, you just are. Simple as. So, I get why you'd be stubborn on it, but ultimately, it's killing you. Unfortunately, if you were to do that. Like, an Aberdeen stack alone isn't probably punchy enough to compete in Challenger. Don't think it is. Mohs don't win you prizes in this game. 100% D1. Sorry, Holland hates the MLS. Okay. If you hate the MLS, then yeah. I mean, when Argentinian cards come out, Argentinian Liga MX, or you, go halfway into champion season now for the rest of the season, or you go Challenger, like I said. So yeah, it's up to you. If you don't like MLS, that's fine. You tried it last season, that's fine, mate. I get it. I completely get that. I completely get it, but yeah, you either go deep. It's a good chunk of money. Like you could get some good champ lineups going on there. Simple as. Really good. If that was where because there's the most money to win in champ. I know it's competitive, but that's where the highest EV is ultimately, isn't it? Let's have a look. Let me see what Bloodcat says. Should he improve his Bundesliga rare team, is it? Yeah. Bundesliga rare. So, I mean, you've got basically the worst keeper in the league, unfortunately, which is going to be a pain. Alphonso Davies, okay. Friedel, Sula, and Soki, okay. Enzo Milot, Stach. Adiemi, Lowen. Yeah, I mean, you're missing a good goalie. You're missing a good forward, I think. You're you're kind of okay for mids, but I'm not in love with them. Davis is obviously elite. Yeah, I'd say like it needs a bit of a rebrand, to be honest, because the keeper's not ideal. He's probably going to let you down more times than not. Forward, like Lewin is a good player, as is Adiemi, but they're just not playing / injured or whatever, so kills you a little bit, but there's definitely some improvements to be made. Midfield is probably the only place there that I would say is fine for now. Like Milot's fine, so is Anton Sach, but they're not Musiala, Wirtz. Like, you're just up against it. Again, I always say, like, you are just up against it. That's just the brutality of it. Charles says, no Arsenal, United, Liverpool in my gallery. It's a hindrance, but can be done. But that Chal, unfortunately, is not the same. Oh, lads, look at this. Let me show you my watch. I agree with what you're saying, Charles, but yeah, it's not like you saying there. It's not the same. Have a look at this, lads. Lads, we've done it. We've done it. I don't know if you can read it. Yeah, you should be able to read that. We've been invited into the Twitch affiliate program. Thank you, lads. Thank you for making that happen. I don't know how to... Do I have to do anything now? Maybe. I'll have to go on Twitch and see how all that works. But yeah, I appreciate that a lot, lads. Yeah, maybe we'll try and figure that out at the end of the stream, maybe. But yeah, definitely need some improvements, 100%. And then the contemplation of, should I start La Liga or Prem? Personally, I'm just doubling down and getting better at Bundesliga there, to be honest, mate. We've been through a lot of these. First is what lineups do. I think this question, Andreas, without looking at your lineup, is always prioritize in season. Most of the time, if you have good in season cards, that is where, the highest sort of yielding potential is. Second question, I have made some NBA teams. I'm unsure whether to take the next step into rare, which would see me selling a few players from a gallery if I should just improve what I currently have. I mean, I'm not into NBA at all, Andrea, so I couldn't comment on that, unfortunately. Let's see this. Let's see what this is saying. I have limited cards. What competition should I focus on? Under 23 or Champ Chal Contender? Let's have a look. My answer probably is, normally, it's going to change week to week. Like, if you have a really good 5 for under 23 on a given game week, then, like, maybe prioritize under 23. But if you don't fancy, like, if you don't have a 5 that you're really happy with in under 23, then you go, okay, well, what can my champ look like? What can my contender look like? That's kind of how I would do that. It's easier to do when you're doing it with, like, in-season cards, because you just know in-season challenger cards are just going to go into challenge, if they're not under 23. Like the Wellen Ruther, for example. Let me have a look at your actual in-season stuff. Crafted Madison's fun. But yeah, you don't have any in-season Prem. Like, that Madison there looks a bit pointless in that, like, unless you're going to build out an in-season Prem or Champ lineup, he's just like a lone wolf, isn't he? Okay, you have Aspas, fair enough. Aspas is decent. Okay, you have Mount. There's a couple of champ cards in there, but not enough. I would work around that. I would work around that Madison personally. Miguel Gutierrez. Okay, so you got a couple in there, but not a ton. Sorry, I just got a few messages. Oh, the members are having a fit. Come on, boys. Come on, lads. Anyway, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on that, Joe. Sorry, what's happened there? Kaz says, I think I'm going to buy lemons. Okay, you definitely go do that, Kaz. I won't stop you. Mainly playing under 23 in Challenger. Any suggestions about these categories? So, this question in general, like, I'm not going to, like, shit on it, right? But there's just so much going on in that, like, you say you're playing under 23 in Challenger, okay? Then it's any suggestions about those categories, which is great. Then it's, like, also looking to add one champion season lineup on a budget. What do I think? What I think personally is you should just concentrate on Challenger without even looking at your gallery. Too many people, it seems like, want to just play everything. And subsequently, after a few weeks of doing that, probably realize they're not winning anything and go, oh, hang on a minute. I'm playing everything, but not winning anything. Like, what is going on? Now I go back to quality over quantity. Like, yeah, just everyone thinks they can run before they can walk on this game. That's just, I'm not having a dig at you there, like, specifically. I just mean in general. Like, I think human nature, for whatever reason, wants to, like, our brains, we just want to play everything, which I get. I do get, but get good at one thing before trying other things is my like, what's the word? Not ballpark. My general statement. I know I bring it back to myself with under 23 all the time, but I got good at under 23 before I even tried anything else on this game. Get good at something before trying other things out is basically my blanket statement there. I just don't think everyone needs to be like jumping into other regions and stuff without even proving that they can be good in the region they're working in already, you know? That's just the brutality of it. So I just catching up on the chat. Direct Andreas to Bob Flynn for NBA advice. Yeah, Bob Flynn's the man, isn't he, for that? Realistically, he should consolidate into season. Yeah, 100%. Swingling, what's going on, mate? If you have time for a question about the defender position, playing a centre-back or a left-back, right back in that position, is there any difference in how they get points? How do you think about that? Thanks for the content. I appreciate the question, mate. Great question as well. Great question. And my answer would be, there's no difference in how they score points. A defender is a defender on this game. Like the scoring criteria are the same. But what you'll find is fullbacks will lose more possession than a centre-back will because they're taking more risks. They're playing more long balls down the channel that don't go to anyone or goes to the opposition's player, which will get possession lost or misplaced pass. So there's more variance. Like the peaks that fullbacks have in general are a bit higher and a bit lower than a centre-back. Like centre-back scoring, like the range isn't that drastic. Whereas for a fullback, they can either score like 12 because they've lost the ball 500 times like Trent does, or they could score 100 because they've had 2 assists and Trent's got 2 assists. You know what I'm saying? Like the variance in the scoring is very, very high. And it's hard to gauge. But like the cheat code into that is like find fullbacks that take set pieces, for example, like Grimaldo or Trent or El Karauni, who plays for Utrecht in the Eredivisie. Like that's kind of the. I'm not saying they won't lose possession, they will, but the chances and the probabilities of them getting a decisive action, an assist, a goal or whatever, is just a lot higher because they're just taking corners and free kicks and stuff, right? I like playing centre-backs, I like playing full-backs. There's time and a place for both of them. I don't think one's necessarily better than the other. They both have their qualities and their sort of drawbacks. But ultimately, I'd say as this, centre-backs are safer and full-backs are more peaky in score. That's probably the easiest way for me to describe that. Jim says, would you want it all if it's all mediocre? Mac Miller quote. What song is that from? 77 said, I got you. Andreas, what's going on, mate? I play everything for fun. Champ for winning, to be honest. Yeah, like for me right now, like champ in season is where like I try and win cash. Challenger in season is where I try and win cash. And then like under 23 is a bit of fun. Because it's not worth taking that serious anymore. It's not as sad as that maybe sounds. It's just not worth it. You know, that's just the way I look at it. Any benefits of like a midfielder card that plays in defense? Yeah, 100% Dobbsy. So if there's a defender card that plays in midfield, that can be a good thing a lot of the time because they might be making more passes than they would if they were in defense. If you're that, like positionally on the field because they're just in midfield. Midfielders pass the ball more, not maybe more than centre backs, but they're passing the ball more. They're passing the ball higher up the field more. So final third passes, etc. Right? So that can be an advantage of a defender card playing in midfield, like in real life, because the defenders get more points for certain passes, like long passes into the opposition half and final third passes, for example. But the defender card loses more points if they lose the ball than a midfielder would, So say if a midfielder loses the ball 10 times and a defender card loses the ball 10 times, the defender card is going to lose more points than the midfielder would. I've got a video on this on my YouTube channel where I explain the scoring matrix. So if anyone wants to go watch that, let's see if I can find it. This one. I made this 4 months ago. I go through the scoring matrix and whatever there. Okay. Tom Luche, different in a mid position. Yeah. I have Luche's card actually. What about a forward that plays left back? Yeah, Kohut does that. Like I have this And Laird does, actually. I have his rare and his... So look, I have this Matt Cohort forward card, and I have Matt Cohort defender card. So the defender card will do well if they keep a clean sheet, right? Sorare data like allows you to differentiate this as well, which is like so good. So look, these last scores in his, like, let's take out the DMPs because he's been injured. So here are his scores, right? As a defender. How many clean sheets in here? 1, 2, 3. There's 3 clean sheets. So the defender card will benefit from that because they'll get the 10 points clean sheet bonus. Whereas if you have the forward card, the clean sheet doesn't matter. So there's more dark green scores here than there was with the defender. So there's 3 dark green, 4 between 60 and 70, 1 between 70 and 80. If you go back to defender, there's only 2 in the 80 to 90, but there is 1 in the 90 to 100, 92, because of the clean sheet bonus. So there's more of a peak on the defender score compared to the forward, but there's less risk with the forward because if they concede, it doesn't matter, Like the defender AA average there for the defender is 20.1. The forward is 23 because they don't keep that many clean sheets. If all these were clean sheets, then the defender card would be way better, but they don't. So he's not, Hope that makes sense. No worries at all, Rui. No worries at all. Right, lads, I'm going to go over to Twitch and see what this sub thing means. Here we go. Path to affiliate completed. What does this mean? You've completed path to affiliate. You're eligible to become a Twitch affiliate. So how do I do it? Oh, here we go. I have to do like 2-factor and stuff. Okay, we'll save that for maybe after the stream. Charles says it can depend on the club. I remember MDC mid was better at Westerlo, but now the defender is better at Bruges. Yeah, 100%. That would be a good special, being able to play multi-positional cards. Yeah, that would be fun, Mike. That's a good special. I was watching on Twitch, a little delayed. No worries at all. Let's do a couple more. What time is it? Okay, yeah, I need to pop off pretty soon. We'll do one more and then I'm going to do the giveaways, okay? Because I need to get through them as well. One more. Let's go with... Right, we'll do BM because I know he's been in the chat and I know he said he had to make a Twitter account for this. So I appreciate you making a Twitter account for this, mate. I really, really do. And I think you deserve a bit of advice because of that. Okay. So, Salah, Saliba, Flecken. You've got 3 really good Premier League players there. Reuter's okay. He's fine. What I'm seeing here is Bursic, okay. Bella Kotchap. Yeah, so for me, I think you've got a really nice core of Premier League players. You should build out a good Premier League team. You've already done 3/5 of that. Flecken's fine. Saliba's really good, as is Salah. Can you add in a good midfielder? Bruno, Maddison, Elliot Anderson, Bruno Guimaraes, the list kind of goes on. Find yourself a good midfielder. Obviously, if you can get Odegaard or whatever. I'd play in season because you've already got 3 in season cards. So you need to basically buy 2 cards at a minimum. One of them can be a classic card because you already have 3 in season. In season, you can play 4 in seasons and 1 classic. You can play 5 in season if you want, but you don't have to. Buying the advantage of getting a classic card is most of the time they're cheaper than the in-season version, right? So Saka, for example, his in-season card is worth £89 right now, but the classic card's £65. I know you can't see it because it's behind my face cam, but yeah, just trust me on it. I know there's a positional change with him, so he's a little bit different. But ultimately, the classic card is always cheaper than the in-season. And yeah, that's kind of what I would do, mate. I would go and find yourself a good classic card, like a really good classic midfielder, whether that's Bruno, Saka, Palmer, Elliot Anderson, Bruno Guimaraes, like I said, Maddison, whatever, and get yourself probably 2 midfielders, I would say, because you've already got Salah. So you've got your forward, you've got your defender. Go find yourself 2 good midfielders, and go play Premier League and build your sort of lineup out from there. If somebody gets injured, if Saliba gets injured, you might need to bring in a defender or whatever. But that's exactly how I would do it, mate. Ryan said the outfit's incredible. I appreciate that, right? I appreciate that you appreciate the outfit. There's quite a few Asian cards that are forwards, but playing. Yeah, there's a lot, isn't there, Graham? Actually, thinking about that. Tim, what's going on, mate? When you give the cards away, I'm giving the cards away very, very soon. The next sort of 5 to 10 minutes, John. We'll be giving the cards away very, very soon. Let's see if I can fit one more in. Patel says, I'm concerned about my players' fixtures and my goalkeeper situation as Croatian League is ending and rotation also my Westerlo keepers. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Westerlo. I have Bolat. I honestly couldn't tell you what the script is there with him. Genuinely, like, I don't know. And as far as like players not playing, you either got to take a break, as in like you don't play until the Croatian League comes back, or you buy Scottish League cards, or whatever other league that plays in Contender right now, Bundesliga 2, Ligue 2 maybe, Ligue 2, the French second division. That's kind of where I'd be at with that. Right, this is the last one then. Daniel Davis. Daniel wants to know, how would you recommend I best utilise my current gallery? What's the best competitions to enter, e.g. use an Ajax stack in All-Star instead of Challenger, as I'm only in Division 5. Let's have a look. And what's the best... the best way to progress through the divisions is obviously, score enough points to get promoted is the obvious answer. Which I'm sure you already know. But if you've got in-season Challenger cards, you'd be... I know this sounds a bit horrible, but you'd be stupid to play them in All-Star. That's just me being brutally honest. I'm always as honest as I can be. If you've got an in-season Ajax stack, I don't care what division you're in, go play Challenger in season. Simple as. Like, that's just... Yeah, as brutal and honest as I can be. You've got some really good Leverkusen cards here, which is great. Brennan Johnson, love to see it. Kenny Taylor, yeah. So the Ajax stuff, you have to play them in Challenger in season. Simple as. That's just the way I'm seeing the game right now. For me, you're just doing yourself a disservice playing the in-season Ajax stack in All-Star. I know you're not saying you are doing it, but even the contemplation of doing it, no points, genuinely. Same for the Bundesliga cards. If you've got a Leverkusen stack, you're better off playing it in the Bundesliga comp, because outside of Champ, because there's just less other teams to worry about. That's just the simplest answer. You don't have to worry about what PSG do. You don't have to worry about what Napoli do, or Juve do, or Inter Milan do. Don't have to worry about it at all. Just worry about your wheelhouse, which is the Bundesliga. And same for the Ajax cards. Use them in Challenger, 100%. Like, with an Ajax stack, you shouldn't be in Division 5 with an Ajax stack. Like, really. Like, an Ajax stack, I know they haven't been unbelievable, but you should be able to do a bit better than Div 5, I think. I know there's like quite a lot of subs and stuff, and like it hasn't been that fruitful. Kenny Taylor obviously scored really well last week. Like, a team like this, maybe not a full Ajax stack you don't need to go with. Bless me. If Hato plays, I don't know if all these are on, but like, this is a good team. Like, a team like this should be higher than a Division 5. There's, like, for me, like, the Ajax stuff's fine, but maybe add a few more Challenger cards into here. Like, Challenger cards now are cheap enough to where you can buy in season stuff. Like, even Dender have a few good cards. I've got a Dender stack. Get yourself into a Ferro. Ferro's been absolutely smashing recently. Even this Cools guy, like, he scores very, very well. I can't even imagine what his limited price would be. I'm sure very, very cheap. All these things that I mentioned, like, if you're in the Discord, if you're in the gallery, in the member section, you get to take advantage of. He's fucking 60p. 60p for a scorer like this. Like, what are we doing? And these things are available, or the knowledge of these type of players are available in the member section, lads. So, yeah, it's £1 a week, lads. I'm telling you, there's a lot to be gained from doing so. without me blowing my own trumpet of the Discord. It's not even just me in there. Like, the amount of other people that are knowledgeable on the game. Like, we've got players in there that have been playing for 5 years, lads. Like, it's a serious Discord at the end of the day, and there's no way you won't benefit from it with the knowledge and stuff in there. So yeah. So let's get into some. Let's do what was I gonna do? I don't know what I was gonna do. Let's do the giveaway. Giveaway time. It is giveaway time, lads. Right, let me get the chat box back on screen. Oh, that shouldn't be moving. Oh, that's why, because there we go. Okay, time to give away some cards then, lads. And a Predictify membership. So what I will need is just going to be fastest answer first. I don't have the question ready yet, but I'm just kind of explaining to you guys. So basically, we're just going to be doing 5 card giveaways in the chat, and we're going to be doing a 1-month Predictify membership as well. So 6 things to be given away, 5 cards, one 1-month Predictify membership. And then yeah, it'd basically be the fastest answer first for the majority of the card wins. I will do one. Sorry, I was just reading Mikey Baston's DM to me. I will do one Twitter giveaway. So I've just tweeted out. Let me show you. I've just tweeted out Sorare giveaway day 7. Okay, go give that a retweet, give it a like, and that will be your entry. I'll be giving away 3 cards from this Twitter giveaway, and I'll be giving away 2 cards in the chat. So if you don't want to play around with Twitter, that's fine. You can play the giveaway in the chat, if that makes sense. But I will be giving away 3 cards today to 3 people that will be that do retweet this tweet that I've got going on here. Okay, so yeah, just making you aware of that, and then that's gonna be how we're going to do it. So the first thing we're going to do is, let me get my chat back up. First thing we're going to do is the Predictify 1-month giveaway. So I'm going to think of a question. This is going to be the first correct answer first in the chat will win the 1-month Predictify membership. And they're all Sorare related questions for this Predictify membership, and then the 2 cards after it. Let me have a look. Okay, so I'm looking for a surname, second name, or last name of a specific Sorare player. And the question is, first person to get this right will win a 1-month free Predictify membership. First correct answer in the chat, okay? So, question is, give me the second name, surname or last name, of the player who scored the highest points total in the Granada game last night. Give me the second name of the player that scored the most points in the Granada game last night in the La Liga Hypermotion. I want the correct second name. Ooh, okay. Let's have a look. So the winner I'm seeing there, well, the correct name of the player is Insua. I don't know whether it's the Liverpool, ex-Liverpool Insua. I think it is, isn't it? But he scored 88.7 points according to Sorare data because he had a last man tackle. And the first, David says, I've only just got the Ajax stack. That makes complete sense, David. I was going to say, because that, Ajax stacks are pretty good, so you should work your way up pretty soon, mate. And yeah, massive good luck with that. But yeah, first person I'm seeing here is Insua, or who said Insua, sorry, is Tangled Berry. So Tangled Berry, congratulations. You have that 1 month Predictify membership coming your way, mate. Congratulations. Okay, next question will be. Let me think. This is going to be for a Sorare card. I'll just send you one at random. Let me go back. Oh, I've said I'm always second. Not ideal, is it, mate? Not ideal. Okay. Okay, let me think of a question. Okay, I've got a question. I'm not looking for a player name. I'm looking for a team name, okay? To win a Sorare card, in the chat, first correct answer will win a Sorare card. And the question is, which Mexican league team is Real Madrid playing in an hour's time? What is the name of the Mexican league team that Real Madrid are playing in just over an hour's time? Boom. It's not the ex-Liverpool guy, fair enough. Oh, I tell you what, Ivan, that was quick. That was quick. Ivan is the winner with Pachuca. Ivan the Great. Congratulations, mate. That was super fast. That was really, really fast. Well done, mate. Fair play. Fair play. Fair play, mate. That was awesome. Okay. So, Ivan, I'm going to ask you to give me your Sorare Gallery name. Tope says, no fucking clue. Stupid cash grab competition. Great guesses, though, lads. A lot of you got it right. If you're not first, you're last. Exactly, mate. Sorry. Ivan Uribe. Twitch chat is living in the future. Maybe the Twitch chat is quicker. I don't know. Maybe you need to go over on Twitch and see what's going on over there. Okay. Second question then for the second Sorare card, and then we'll be doing the Twitter giveaway. Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready? Okay, this is a fun one. This might be quite hard for you to research, so there won't be much of an advantage, I don't think, in any platform. Arthur says Idrissi. Yeah, Idrissi's a baller. Will you play the hit to target? Yeah, I think I will, Tim. I don't know if I'll prioritize it, mate, but I'll definitely play it. Arthur said Usk. Okay, Usk. Yeah, Usk. I can't even think of it. How do you pronounce it? Yeah, Alexandra Usk. Usk? I can't even remember. The boxer, isn't it? He's fighting against Fury this weekend. Yeah, it's Usk, isn't it? I swear it is. Maybe I'm just being stupid. Sorry, my brain's fried. Okay, question then, lads. I'm looking for a certain player's market value. What is Ethan Noweri, the Arsenal Wonder Kids market value according to SofaScore? What is Ethan Noweri or Nowari's market value according to SofaScore? Not Transfer Market, SofaScore, because that's the app I use. In pounds. I just want the numbers. In pounds. Sorry, lads. I know I said that late, but... Ooh, I think we have a winner. 35 quid. Okay, I think we have a correct answer. And it is somebody that I've not heard of before. On Twitch, it's Static Shift. Static Shift said 9.7 million. And that is correct. It's 9.7 million. That is Ethan Noweri's... or is it Wanyeri? I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it silent M probably? I don't know. Wanyeri. Can't even see it in pounds. Well, you need to convert it then. Is that it? Yeah, it feels low, doesn't it? I don't know. I'm just looking at my phone. It does seem low though, doesn't it? But yeah, sorry that question was a bit muddled up in the end. But Static, congratulations, mate. Let me know your Sorare Gallery name. And I'll get that card sent over to you. Manager name is always wanna fly. Sorted, mate. We'll get that sent over to you as soon as possible. Okay, so now back to the Twitter giveaway then, lads. If you've not entered, go give this tweet a retweet, give it a like, and I will be picking... You know what? I'm going to pick 5 winners from here. I'm going to pick 5 winners from the Twitter giveaway to win a Sorare card from me. So yeah, go give that a retweet. It's a 1 in 10 chance right now. There's 52 entries. I'm giving away 5 cards. Do the math. You're not a Ukrainian Dota player by any chance? What's Dota, like a video game? I mean, 9.7 mil seems quite... I know he's only 17. He's not really done anything. UK bias question. I will write. You support a UK-based team, Dope. You're a United fan. Come on. So it says, lol, first ever time to get where the name comes from. Nice Dota knowledge. 1 in 1.5 chance, yeah. Okay, we've got a couple more entries now. Nearly closing in on 60, which is great. Yeah, 60 on the dot, actually. Okay, let's do it. Let's rip it. Let's rip it, lads. 5 winners. Let's go. No profile picture. Tweet in the last month. Blah, 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 blah. If you are one of the winners, if you are one of the winners on Twitter, on the post, just let me know your Sorare Gallery name so I can just send that card over to you as quick as possible. Or just let me know in the chat. Ideally on Twitter because it stays there, you know. But I'm going to pick 5 winners and you're all going to get a Sorare card from yours truly. Let's see who wins then. 5 winners. Bum, ba, da, bum. That's more than 5. Oh, I put 15. Sorry, lads. I'm going to take the first 5 because I don't know why it says 15. Maybe I just did that on accident. So, I don't need to screenshot it. But Cody, Leon, DHDLH, Ali FPL, and Lewis Graham. Those are the 5 winners. I don't know why it did 15, lads. Tobes at the bottom. But yeah, first 5. I don't know why it says did 15. I don't think I told it to. Maybe I did. But yeah, top 5, Cody, Leon, DJ, Ali, and Lewis. Please do let me know your Sorare Gallery names, mate. On on Twitter, and I'll get cards sent over to you. Yeah, it says win account 15. I know, but I don't think I did that on purpose. I don't think I did that on purpose. 7, sorry, lads. Just imagine your name's not there if you're. Yeah, so Cody is Cody 07. Thank you, Cody, mate. I appreciate that. Mate. Absolutely livid. Didn't even enter. I got picked and didn't win anything. I said 5. I don't know why it did 15. So I have done the gallery reviews. Yeah. How about a reroll? Just got a new follow on Twitch. I appreciate that. Prod by Brox. Yeah, we'll do a reroll, and I'll give away an extra card, lads, to one more player. Okay. I'll give away one more card. If it's somebody that's already won a card, I'll repick it. If it's somebody new, then great. Sorare is the winner of the extra card. Congratulations. Quality's dropped since becoming a Twitch affiliate. It's got to my head, mate. Mikey Baston, it's got to my head. I'm massive time now. I am massive time. It's all got to my head. It's all got to my head. Yes, I'm going to need... Okay, Lewis, perfect, mate. Lewis was one of the winners, wasn't it? Lewis. Lewis Graham. Okay. Right, lads, I'll send all those cards over as soon as possible. After the stream's done, I'll try and sort out this Twitch affiliate thing. So starting tomorrow, we can do some Twitch subs, whatever that means. Maybe if I get it sorted by then. Maybe I won't. John says, "What's your name on Discord?" It's just Harry Trades. Harry Space Trades. Leon's in there as well. Leon, I appreciate that. Leon T22. Thank you, mate. And yeah, we should be all good. Doing the exact same tomorrow. More than 5 cards given away tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow? We lineup building? I think we're lineup building, aren't we? I've got a special guest on for Friday. You definitely won't want to miss that one. And Saturday we've got the Drunkcast. Sunday we've got a watch along, and then Monday we've got a big giveaway. So loads more to look forward to. Sorry, I'm just catching up. I'm pretty sure it's lineup builds tomorrow. Let's have a look. Oh no, tomorrow's the... I tell you what, I forgot. Tomorrow, we need to mention this. Tomorrow is the members only giveaway. Let me mention this before we go, because yeah, everything so far with the members and stuff has led up to this point, really, as far as, you know, one of the biggest reasons why it makes a lot of sense to become a member right now. Not only do you get the gallery reviews and the lineup builds and obviously the Discord access, you'll get access to the members only giveaway, which will happen tomorrow. And in it, I'll be giving away this signed, okay, Hellas Verona shirt from Lazovic. I won it from Sorare, but you know, I have no use for it really, and I prefer to give it away. So yeah, we're giving that away, and Sorare themselves, I contacted them and they were kind enough to donate a Sorare hoodie to the cause. So one person will be winning a Sorare hoodie and someone else will be winning that signed Hellas Verona shirt. But you have to be a member to do so. A YouTube member, that is. So yeah, that's kind of Genoa legend. Special guest is Gundo. I wish. How do you subscribe to join the members chat? It should be like if you're watching on mobile. I actually don't know. It's Sorare make it quite hard to do that. But yeah, if you're watching on desktop, this join button here, you literally just click join, and there's a younger version of myself explaining to you guys what the member section is all about. And the price is there. So yeah, that's kind of how that all works. And yeah, Rui says push the like button. Exactly that. Get the likes in, lads. What are we on before we leave? before we leave, what are we on? 81 watching on YouTube. 60 likes. Can we get that up to 80 likes potentially? That would be awesome if we could. But yeah, members giveaway tomorrow. I'll be building all my members lineups as well for tomorrow. And yeah, we'll have a nice time. We'll have a fun time. And then yeah, like I said, special what was it? Yeah, special guest on for Friday. Like the stream because all the answers you're looking for for you already have. That don't make any sense, does it? Like the stream. Harry, whose jersey is that frame behind you? So that jersey there is the jersey I won after picking up man of the match at Anfield. I can't remember when it was. I'll tell you exactly when it was because I have. So Sorare put on this event where a load of us got to play at Anfield, and yeah, Robbie Fowler was my manager, and he gifted me that signed jersey there, and it's signed by all the Liverpool players basically. So yeah, that's my moment of magic. I managed to score at Anfield. I've got a YouTube video about it. I think it's like the video. If you just click my channel name in, I'm pretty sure it's the first video that pops up. Let's have a look. Well, maybe not anymore. I'm sure it used to. That's weird. Maybe it's because I'm live, but normally, yeah. Yeah, this one. I scored a wonder goal at Anfield. John Nettis played in it. Fiago was there. Quinny was there. A load of Sorare managers were there. Like Lawrence from like True Geordie was there. James Alcott was there. James Alcott was on my team. Yeah, me and James had a decent centre back partnership there, but that was fun. And that's how I got. Oh, this is the goal actually, if you want to see it. I made a short about it. And I filmed the whole thing, obviously. This was the goal. Posting in. Don't worry about it. I was playing centre-back as well. So that was my only shot all game. But yeah. Okay. I can't tell you the PTSD I have from seeing that Standard Chartered logo. That's so funny. I'm not a Liverpool fan though, Arthur. No, I'm not. I'll live off it till the day I die, Tom. Simple as. It's going to the grave with me. It is pinned on my Twitter, Mikey. You're right, yeah. YouTube is regional pricing. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Ian. For me, the membership is only £1 a month. Interesting. Where are you from, Shanks? Or $1.50? Where are you from, Shanks? Q Golazzo. Wasn't Black. Black played wing back. Black definitely didn't play centre half, from what I remember. He definitely played at the back, though. I just don't think it was. Like, Dylan was playing at the back as well. I'm pretty sure Black was. I don't know. Black was either right back or left back. Me and James played centre back for the majority of it. What was I going to say? In India, interesting, Shanks. That's interesting. I don't know how the conversion works, to be honest, like rupees to whatever. But yeah, that seems cheap. That seems cheap, but I could be wrong. Haber played, right? Yeah, Haber was on my team. Haber's decent, yeah. Haber's a good player. Got a good strike on him. He can strike the ball well. Yeah, he's decent. Good player. Right then, lads. I've got a few bits to do now. I've got a long drive and stuff, which is all fun and games. But yeah, buzzing for the members giveaway tomorrow. And yeah, big thanks to Andrew Laird for getting us over the line. 152 members, I think we're at now. 13 days to get to 200. That's the new goal, and I will try and work out this Twitch thing for tomorrow. So yeah, really appreciate you lads, and yeah, catch you tomorrow.